This is lesson 7.2, Prealgebra 2, and we're going to talk about simplifying expressions, and the primary thing we're going to do is identify like terms and coefficients and constant terms. And when you look at this chart or this picture here, you can see that the 5x and 8x are like terms. They can be added together. And the 5x and 3x are also the coefficients. 7 and 9 here are constants, and negative 7 plus 9 is 2. So this whole lesson is going to be actually about simplifying expressions using like terms, coefficients, constant terms. The main thing when you start looking at simplifying expressions is that we are using the distributive property. Let's take a look at this kind of expression. We have 2x plus 3x equals, and it equals 2 plus 3 in parentheses times x. It also equals 5x. So all of these three different ways are saying the exact same thing. 2x plus 3x, that's going to equal 5x. 2 plus 3 times x is also going to equal 5x. So the 2x and 3x are like terms here. Here we're going to start combining terms to solve the problem. We have 7c plus 9 minus 3c equals 7c plus 9 plus negative 3c. So I changed the negative 3c. I put it in parentheses and just put a plus sign because we want everything to be pluses, and we'll put the negative in parentheses there. We want to write it as a sum, as an addition problem. We didn't change the sign, we just put it inside parentheses. Now we're going to use the commutative property of 7c plus, and we have in parentheses negative 3c plus 9. So I can rearrange my problem, and then we can use, you can see here that we can put in the brackets 7 plus negative 3 in parentheses, and we can pull out the c, okay, plus 9, all still saying the same thing, and then we can simplify this 4c, there's the c, 4c plus 9. And just remember, a coefficient is, the coefficient of a term is a variable that it's the number part of a term. It's the number part. It's the 7 here. It's the 3. A term that only has a number, that's going to be the constant. It doesn't have a variable. Now 7c plus 9 minus 3c is an equivalent variable expression to 4c plus 9. It means the same thing once you've worked it out. They mean the exact same thing. Again, the coefficient is 4 here, and the variable is the a. If you just had a, then your coefficient would be 1 there. We just don't always see, you might just have x or you might just have y, and there's nothing there. It still means that the coefficient would be 1. The constant term is the one without the number and it has no variable, so like 1. So coefficient of, we have a 4, then the variable a, and then the constant term is 1 there. So looking up here, I have an expression x plus 4 minus 2x minus 10. I could identify my coefficients, so there's x, we got 2 there, 1 would be before the x, 2. Now here, I rewrite I got minus 2x and minus 10, so I'm going to rewrite it as a sum, as an addition problem. So when I do that, I end up with x plus 4 plus, and then I put my negative coefficient in parentheses plus, and then put the negative 10 in parentheses 2. So the 4 and the 10 are my constants. The x, the 1, we go with the x there, and the negative 2 here are my coefficients. And then down here I have just what I just said. I have x and 2x are like terms, and 4 and 10 or negative 10 are my like terms. Simplifying expressions. If you start with 4 and in parentheses w minus 4 plus w plus 8, the first thing you have to do is distribute. Here we had 5 times w, so that'd be 5y. 5 times 4 is negative 20 plus w plus 8. Now we're going to have to write it as a sum, change it to an addition problem. So we have 5w plus, and in parentheses, negative 20 plus w plus 8. Now I'm going to use the commutative property and rearrange this with my like terms. So I have 5w plus the w there plus the negative 20 plus 8. So I've combined my like terms. And then I end up with 5w plus w is 6w. And over here, negative 20 plus 8 is negative 12. So my answer is 6w minus 12.
Smoking that good stuff. Our homemade ice cream recipe calls for just a handful of natural ingredients, like extra cream, because at Turkey Hill, simple is best. All natural ice cream from Turkey Hill. Extra simple, extra good.
Your Midwest Ford dealers are celebrating America's holidays by giving back to the people who keep America going strong. The All-American Sales Event is on now, with cars and SUVs that keep you safe and keep you connected, all at a price that works as hard as you do. That's how you become America's best-selling brand. Plus, for a limited time, we want to thank active military veterans and first responders with a bonus offer. Get $3,900 cash back or lease an Escape for $229 a month. Plus, eligible buyers get $1,000 military bonus cash. Only at your Midwest Ford dealers.
Mulch Madness sale going on now at Woodard Mercantile, $6.95 a bag.
Really? Doesn't put raisins or banana slices or anything in it?
I don't think plain oatmeal was the point of that story. I mean, I like a little brown sugar.
She's still gonna go, right?
I don't know. Sheldon's so vulnerable right now.
Oh, come on. Look, if the roles are reversed, he'd be on the first train to New Jersey.
On your turn section on page 323, the first problem that they give us is negative 3z plus 1 plus 4z. The coefficient here is the negative 3. I don't know if I said negative 3, but it's negative 3. And the coefficient is 4 here. The constant term is 1. Negative 3z and 4z are the like terms.
Second train if there were teenagers on the first one.
A little distance might be nice. The last time a big project ended for Howie, he wouldn't stop following me around. He even went with me to get a mammogram.
Well, what's wrong with that?
No, he wanted to get one with me, like some kind of weird couples massage.
And yet you bore his child, Nito.
You're excited about this opportunity, right?
Of course. I get to be part of the first team to use radon markers to map the structures. A simple yes will do.
You have to go.
I know, but what if Sheldon... Okay, listen to me. Your relationship can handle being long distance for a while. It's not like you two are very physical. Hey, you don't know what goes on behind closed doors.
A lot of lectures.
All right, say no.
I'm telling you, if you don't go, you'll end up regretting it.
Hey, wait up!
Hurry.
You left something at home. A big hug. We found it right next to these kisses.
It's too late for me. Save yourself.
Are you excited to have your own place again? I am, but I'll miss you guys. We'll miss you too. You could try saying that without smiling. I'm trying. This is the best I can do. What are you doing? What does it look like? I'm playing sad harmonica. In an apartment as empty as my heart. Why? I got the blues. My baby done left me. Come on, Sheldon. only gone for a few months. And now that I'm moving out, your old room is empty. So you can stay there whenever you want. Can I talk to you in the hall for a second? Sure. Sheldon, you're being silly.
Am I? Yesterday I had an Air Force project, a girlfriend who lived with me, and my good friend Raj right across the hall.
You really care about that last one?
No, but that list was sounding a little thin.
Instead of dwelling on the negative, just think about this. Your girlfriend was given an amazing opportunity, which gives you an opportunity to show her you're a loving and supportive boyfriend.
So trick her.
And when I work it out, I get negative 3z plus 1 plus 4z equals negative 3z plus 4z plus 1. So I've combined my like terms, rearranged my, and that equals out to be 1z plus 1, or just z plus 1.
All right, let me start again. You and Amy.
Can I get my stuff? Sounds like it's gonna be a while. I missed it.
Come here, let's talk.
Ooh, sounding serious. Have I been a bad boy? Am I gonna get a spanking?
I don't know if you realize this, but whenever you're between projects, you tend to get a little insecure, a little clingy.
No. I'm sorry.
I love when you're affectionate, but this is not coming from a good place.
Excuse me, but what did you do when you worked on that allergy drug for 2 years and the FDA shut down your project?
I signed us up for ballroom dance class.
Okay, and what did you do when they took you off the antifungal team?
We need to have a baby.
So,
Bring it in.
and now the movie just got rated R.
Hey, you going somewhere?
No, but you are. So I got you this as a present.
Sheldon, that isn't necessary.
No, it is. Leonard pointed out to me that I'm not always a loving and supportive boyfriend. So, here's some quality luggage.
Thank you.
The salesman said it could survive a plane crash, so perhaps you should fly inside it.
Does this mean you're okay with me going?
Well, I'm not looking forward to it, but it is a wonderful opportunity, and you need to take it. Besides, Princeton is in New Jersey, so it's not like you're going to want to stay. I know it's not your birthday, but if you're interested...
I am.
Okay. Oh, and just to be clear, I'm not being intimate with you in order to keep you from going.
I wasn't thinking that.
Well, no, I'm just warning you. You find yourself 3,000 miles away and craving a hit of this. I can't Skype it to you.
That's a risk I'm willing to take.
All right, then. Let's go to the bedroom, remove our clothes, fold them neatly, and engage in frenzied lovemaking.
What if we don't fold our clothes at all?
Or what if we fold them?
Well, here's your key back. Thank you. As soon as I have the place set up, I'm going to have you guys over.
No, we would.
The second problem is 15 minus 9r plus 7r plus 6. So I rearrange this for my like term, put my like terms together. 15 minus 6 plus, again I want to make this be an addition problem. So I have put my negative into a parentheses. So I have plus negative r plus 7r. 15 minus 6 is 9 plus, and negative 9r plus 7r is negative 2r. Now, 9 plus negative 2r just really doesn't make much sense, so it'd be better if I just rearrange this and have my answer be negative 2r plus 9.
I really can't thank you enough for taking me in. You know, I was in a pretty low place in my life.
Oh, Amy, you naughty vixen.
Anyway, as I was saying, I was at a pretty low place in my life, and if it wasn't for friends like you,
My goodness, that form of stimulation is highly efficient.
I can't compete with that. But we give them their privacy.
I want to, but I don't think I can.
Whoopee!
Okay, I'm good now.
Tonight,
Hang on.
be the first to see the film that's laugh out loud funny, epic, and out of this world.
Good. Wait, is that a what?
It's metaphorical. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, rated PG-13 tonight.
It's time for some straight talk. If you love your phone, but hate your bill, do something.
Another example, we have 2y plus 4 minus 2y minus 4. And we rearrange get our like terms together. We have 2y minus 2y plus 4 minus 4. And 2y minus 2y is 0, plus 4 minus 4 is 0, which equals 0.
No, not that. Straight Talk Wireless lets you keep your phone, number, and 4G LTE network for half the cost with the Bring Your Own Phone activation kit. It's time to ask yourself, why haven't I switched? Unlimited talk, text, and data for $45 a month, no contract. Straight Talk Wireless, only at Walmart.
I was out there smoking instead of being there for my son's winning shot. That was it for me. That's why I'm quitting with Nicorette. Only Nicorette Mini has a patented fast-dissolving formula. It starts to relieve sudden cravings fast. Every great why needs a great how.
Big break, summer building. Low point track, green betting. Had to build it back, now I'm better.
Come and see our remodeled stores when you carry out large 3-topping pizzas for $7.99 each every day.
No, I don't want there to be white mark.
Dirty.
Nothing. There's nothing there. No dust, there's no mark. What is this? Oh my god! White mark on 100 colors.
Gold Peak starts with ingredients like delicious mountain-grown tea and just the right balance of sweetness. Gold Peak, the taste that brings you home.
Tom?
Hey.
Snickers satisfies.
Are you still trying to perform on an old computer? That's like Serena trying to perform with an old racket.
You can say that again. I'm sorry.
Is outdated equipment holding you back? Upgrade your game to Intel's fastest processor.
Time to upgrade.
Tonight, Colbert's all new with Charles Barkley and the latest healthcare drama.
The big question is whether the new plan will cover pre-existing conditions, and the answer is a definite.
Monday, everyone's getting pumped for the Superior Donuts season finale.
Don't forget to dump the day-old donuts.
Then, it's the season finale that's so
Cool.
Oh, and did we mention John Cryer?
Who are you? Donnie from Legal.
The season finales of Superior Donuts and the Great Indoors, CBS Monday.
Okay, the car is waiting. Do you want to walk me downstairs?
Of course. Here, let me. I've been doing a little research on New Jersey, and I was delighted to learn that their chief agricultural product is sod.
Is it?
Yeah. Perhaps I've been harder on them than they deserve. strange and eccentric.
I love you no matter what.
Howard Hughes.
This is a Japanese sleeping mat. They're straw mats that they use as floor coverings. They might sleep on them. Room sizes of Japanese, where they live, is often measured by the number of 3-foot by 6-foot mats that can fit into a room. So if you have a mat like this that's laying there, and let's say this end is W and this end is 2W, how do you work out that expression? We know perimeter equals 2L plus 2W. Here we have, so this would be basically 1W, and this is 2W, and our equation is 2L plus 2W, so this gets a little confusing. So we take the 2 here, and then our length is actually 2W, which means twice the width, that 2W here. So we have 2 times 2W plus, we have the 2 here, and over here we just have a W, and that would go right there. So then we have 4W plus 2W equals 6W.
You mentioned that the velocity used to be considerably higher with Workman. He got it up to almost 95, I would think, you know. Yeah, much faster than he's got now. 2-1 coming. Moved him back a bit now. 3 balls and a strike on him. 2 singles and a walk in this inning. Hitters count for Hyun-Soo Kim. And he pops a foul on a play. The Red Sox pitching had been awfully good over the last 13 games. A 2.43 ERA. Lowest mark in the majors during that time. Tonight allowing 8 runs, 14 hits. They were due for a stinker, but this game's not over. There's a lot of game left. And only the 6th inning. And the 3-2. Fly ball well hit, but backing up Bradley. Plenty of room there. Jackie will make the catch. Tagging up and heading into third base and sliding in Trumbo. Scope holding at first base. Time now for a game break. Brought to you by Jordan's, the furniture store of the Boston Red Sox. And here's TC.
Just
You know, we
didn't
love
like her
that sunshine. Red Sox, in fact, are heading to Minnesota, with the sun supposed to shine for all the time we're there. Now, John Farrell is on top of the first base umpire, Greg Gibson.
Let's look at this example. We have W plus 6 and W. Sorry, it moved around on me. Our perimeter equation is 2L plus 2W. That means 2 times length and 2 times width. So we have to work out that we bring the 2 down here. The length here is W plus 6, so we put that right there in parentheses. And we bring this 2 down here, and the W just goes here. There's no number in front of it. It would just be 1, so it doesn't make any difference. Now we can solve this. We have 2W here. 2 times 6 is 12, and then the 2W. So we have 2W plus 12 plus 2W. And we can rearrange our put like terms together. So we have 2W plus 2W plus 12. And our answer is 4W plus 12. So perimeter is 4W plus 12.
What they're concerned about right here. Relatively quick conversation. They appeal to play a second they tagged up too early. That's what Farrell's talking about. I can imagine that. Well, I figured they'd just step off and throw it. That would have been great. Whatever it
fastball, 2 down, first and second. They are going to do that. Yep, as they appeal. He did not leave early. According to second base umpire Rayburn. So men on the corners for the Orioles. They've been threatening all night. They've been scoring quite a bit of the night. That'll be downstairs for a ball on Hardy. And tonight, he's gone 1 for 2 with a walk and a run.
It's like, okay, I just want to read that. Go back.
And 1-0. He'll take outside. Baltimore exploding for 5 runs in the 4th inning. Another massive home run from Machado. His 7th. He and Hanley have been having a contest. Who can hit it the deepest? The 2-0 pitch. Right through there. Two down, and now the 2-1 to Hardy. Softly hit. Pedroia has to charge in. Has time to get him. And that'll retire the side. The Orioles, they keep on scoring runs.
Simplifying expressions. We have 3a plus 9 minus a. We combine our like terms. 3a minus a plus 9. We end up with 2a plus 9. Because these are so simple, I could rewrite this out turn it into an addition problem, as in I could have written it 3a plus 9 plus negative a. But this is so simple that I can just go ahead and work it out like that.
8-3.
I don't care about the funny way you wear your hair. Someday you'll let me put my comb there. Till then you're beautiful and I just stare.
Oh, I just bought a hybrid for this ionic that you see. Who knew that it would be the perfect ride for me? It sets the fuel, it set this cool, this baby really well. Everybody loves it, from my ladies to my bros.
You know, the world didn't need another hybrid. It needed a better hybrid. Introducing the
Another example is 18 plus 4b plus 6. I just combine my like terms and I have 18 plus 6 plus 4b. 18 plus 6 is 24 plus 4b, and that is the end of that one. Another one is negative 8c plus 4 minus 5. Nothing to do with the negative 8c. And plus 4 minus 5 is negative 1. So our answer is negative 8c minus 1.
The most fuel-efficient car in America.
Looking for authentic Italian flavor? Head right to the nearest Subway. Introducing the Italian Hero footlong, stacked with Genoa salami, mortadella, and spicy capicola. Add oil and vinegar and some Mediterranean oregano. There you have it. It's our better Italian flavor for a better Subway.
Today, it's the dawn of a new lawn. That's because new Roundup for Lawns has arrived. Finally, there's a Roundup made just for your lawn, so you can put unwelcome lawn weeds to rest. Draw the line. With Roundup for Lawns, there's no better way to kill lawn weeds to the root without harming a single blade of grass. It's a great day to be a lawn.
Here's a perimeter problem. We have 3w and w. Remember, perimeter equals 2l length plus 2w, which is width. So we bring down our 2. Our length here is 3w. This means 3 times the width of w. Plus 2w, that's the 2 here, and just brought down the w. 2 times 3 is 6w, plus 2w, And our answer here, perimeter, would be 8W. Your assignment today is found on pages 324 to 325. You're to do numbers 6 through 27, and it is due today.